April 8th, 2024, 1842. A sharp, unmistakable spark flashes at the junction box across from mile marker 6. The gas station's CCTV caught it, time-stamped, clear, and irrefutable. That single frame nearly confirms what's been gnawing at me for weeks. The source of the electrical surges that keep rattling our town. Every evening, exactly at 1842, Route 478 becomes the stage for a brief, unsettling disruption. Lights stutter, alarms shriek, and for a moment the town seems to freeze. I tried to ignore it, but after seeing that footage, I couldn't. Here's how it started. Standing on the gas station forecourt, the pavement radiating leftover heat. I scroll through the CCTV images. April 8th, 1842. There it is. A white spark at the junction box, frozen in time. The timestamp is burned into my memory. I zoom in, searching for anything I missed. The spark is small, but undeniable. Even though I wasn't there, I can almost imagine the sizzle. That night, the gas station lights flickered, just for a second, but enough for customers to mutter and for a chill to run down my spine. Now, with the snapshot in hand, I know it wasn't a fluke. This is where things began to unravel. Someone else must have seen this. I need to know who was there and why the spark happened at precisely 1842. The answer has to be in this frame. I pocket my phone and scan the lot. That's when I notice a utility van half hidden by the station sign. The partial license plate matches the one from the CCTV. My pulse jumps. I quickly snap a photo before the van can leave. The driver doesn't react. Whether he saw me or not, I have what I need. The van's presence isn't random. Someone was here the moment the surge hit. Did they see the spark or did they cause it? The questions stack up urgent. I tuck the photo away, knowing it could connect the spark to whoever swapped out the component at mile marker 6. I need to find out who was driving that van, and soon. The next morning, I head to the volunteer firehouse. Tommy Reyes is there, hunched over paperwork. He looks up, surprised, then relaxes. We've known each other since high school. I ask about the first surge. He hesitates, then nods, pulling out an unofficial call log. He's not supposed to share it, but he trusts me. The log is messy, but the time jumps out. 1842. That's when the alarms started. Tommy remembers the lights flickering, radios cutting out for a moment. He admits he left early that night before anyone realized how serious it was. I press for more, but he glances at the chief's office and goes quiet. Still, the call log is proof. The surges aren't random, they're clockwork. I thank Tommy, but it's clear he's holding something back. I'll need to return to him later. At the town council office, fluorescent lights buzz overhead. Linda Park greets me with a polite, tight smile. She'd rather I wasn't here. I ask about Route 478 and the complaints. She sighs, then reluctantly hands over a folder. Inside are council minutes, official, stamped, and dry. But in the margins are notes about electrical issues. Clustered around mile marker 6, the dates match the surges. Linda points out that nothing was officially escalated. The town can't afford bad press, not with the festival coming. I press her, and she finally admits there have been more complaints than she let on. She's been burying the worst, hoping the problem would fade. I thank her, but I know the council minutes are just the beginning. Someone's been trying to keep this under wraps. I find Evan Brooks in the utility company parking lot leaning against his truck. When I mention mile marker 6, he stiffens. I ask directly, did he swap the component at the junction box? He glances around, then shrugs. Yes, he did, but he's vague on details. It was a quick fix, nothing official, and he didn't file a report. He hates paperwork, and the part was supposed to be fine. I press, but he just shrugs again, eyes flicking to the office door. He lets slip a bit of the maintenance schedule, enough to confirm he was there. But he won't say what he found inside the box. He's hiding something, maybe to protect himself, maybe someone else. Still, I have confirmation. Evan swapped the component and didn't report it. That's the thread I need to follow. The roadside at mile marker 6 is quiet. I park and walk up to the junction box, heart thumping. The metal casing is scratched, the lock newer than the rest. I kneel, running my fingers along the seam. Fresh tool marks, someone's been inside recently. I snap photos from every angle, careful not to touch anything live. The air smells faintly of ozone, metallic and sharp. I remember the spark from the CCTV, the way it cut through the darkness. What if someone had been standing here at 1842? I check for footprints, but the gravel is too loose. Still, the evidence is clear. The box was tampered with intentionally. Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing and wanted it hidden. Back at the gas station, I lay out everything. The CCTV snapshot, Tommy's call log, Linda's council minutes, photos from mile 6. I cross-checked the maintenance report, lining up dates and times. It all fits. The swapped component was faulty, maybe even the wrong part. That's what triggered the surges every night at 1842. Relief mixes with dread. Relief because I finally have an answer. Dread because someone went out of their way to hide it. I stare at the partial license plate from the utility van, replaying the footage in my mind. But questions remain. Why always 1842? What's unique about mile marker 6? And who really authorized the swap? I'm not done. Not yet. The next step is clear. I have to go back to mile marker 6. There's something there I haven't found. If you've noticed anything unusual along Route 478 or remember another surge at 1842, let me know. Sometimes the smallest detail is the missing piece.